enter my video realm. I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm saying. Hey, I'm using a different camera. Most of you probably don't care. Some of you might though, and the reason is I was shooting this with this 70D here outside in hot Austin weather, and it overheated and it broke. I have to send it to Canon, I believe, to get it fixed. If anyone who works for Canon is watching, do you want to send me a camera or whatever? And so that video I mentioned yesterday that I was going to shoot today for the main channel, that would probably go up today. It's not going to go. It's going to be a few days. But I did borrow this camera from someone on Twitter, Donald Koenig. Thank you. And it was nice to meet you and your daughter Allie. And I'm going to use that camera. Anyway, that aside, today another thing I want to talk about that I did yesterday. I saw the movie Kubo and the Two Strings, and it was fantastic. I loved it. And my two favorite movies that I've seen this year so far are that one and Hell or High Water, which is a Western set in modern day. And it was amazing. Both movies are fantastic. Not doing super great. They're not #1 in the box office or anything. Everyone complains about Hollywood rehashing things, sequels and remakes, reboots. These aren't those things. These are original stories, and people aren't going to see them. So whose fault is that then? Huh? Is it Hollywood's fault or is it your fault? Sorry to get angry. But let's move on to what I want to talk about today, which is I made a list of things that I avoid out of fear. I don't like using fear as a reason to not do something. Something comes up and I have to choose what I want to do, and I analyze the reasons why I'm not doing it. If really the only reason is that I'm afraid, then I should do it. Unless it's like put a hand in a lion's mouth or something. I don't like letting fear be my guide. #1, write a book. I haven't wrote a book. I always say I want to, but I start sometimes, but I don't write it. And I think the main reason is fear. And it's fear of, not necessarily fear of being judged for it. Being judged for my work, I'm kind of used to that. I'm not too afraid of that. Sometimes, maybe there's a little bit of fear of that, but also fear of the amount of time it's going to take, and fear that I won't end up liking what I've created, or fear that it won't get read. People it just won't get attention. So it's mostly a fear of wasting my time and my energy on something that doesn't have a good result. And that's silly, because I should, #2 on the list, by the way, is making a movie. All these things apply to that as well. I shouldn't worry about that. I think I should love the process. If I don't love the process of making the thing, then I shouldn't be doing it in the first place. So I should go into some things not expecting success. I should go into things expecting it to be, or hoping for success. Maybe there's a possibility of success, but if there isn't, I will still be happy that I did it. So those are the main reasons I haven't. I think the main reason might just be fear of time lost. #3, recreational drugs. I think there's legitimate reasons to not do recreational drugs. There's legitimate logical reasons to not do them, but also fear. I don't like messing with my head, and so I don't. Not that. And so #4, talking to people I don't know. Social anxiety, I guess. But mostly just with strangers. I have it. I think we all have it to a certain degree, and but I particularly have it with people I don't know. If it's a stranger, if it's someone I meet on the street, if it's a friggin' bank teller or whatever. I don't like small talk, really. I don't like idle banter, but sometimes you have to do that. That said, I've gotten a lot better at this because touring the country with my band and meeting lots of people I don't know. Granted, these are people who know me, so it's a little different, but I've learned tricks to get over this, and it's basically just ask questions. Ask questions about the person. Don't expect that you are going to just spout out beautiful ideas to a stranger. Just ask questions, learn about them, and then that leads to conversation. Number 5, eating certain foods in case they have nuts. This one's obvious, of course. I'm afraid I avoid baked goods often. This is all logical fears, but it is something I avoid out of fear. 6, prank videos. Now, there's legitimate reasons to dislike prank videos. It's a cliche, I think, to just say that prank videos are stupid, or they're like the lowest form of entertainment or something, or there's a lot of prank video hate out there. And to some extent I agree, but there's a lot of pranks that are positive. There's a lot of pranks that I don't mind. Greg Benson is my friend who makes prank videos, and I like his videos. Mediocre Films. Blake Grigsby, he's a Chicago positive prankster, and I like his videos. And I did a video with him, a prank video, but I don't do them partly because I don't want to be mean to people, but partly because I'm afraid of making a fool of myself in public. Like if it were a prank that was, I was just everyone looking at how weird I was. If I'm doing something weird, like I go out in traffic with no clothes on or some streaking, that's illegal. That's something else, I guess. Well, no, there's plenty of people who have done illegal pranks, but you know what I mean. 7, land sharks, and sea sharks as well. 8, awkward silences. I'm afraid I don't like them. Right now it's okay because I'm sitting alone in a room, but if I were talking to someone and there's a lull in conversation, I will often say things that don't make sense. I will say things that are stupid because I'm afraid of silence. I don't know why. That's why I and ah a lot. I just don't like it. 9, being serious. I make a lot of jokes. These videos I've been a lot more serious in this series of videos, and it's partly because I want to get over the desire to make jokes all the time. Because I do that. I think it's a way because I don't know what else to say, or a way to avoid being serious and talking serious about a topic. I make a lot of jokes. And I think it's out of fear of seriousness. 10, promoting myself. I don't like it. I think it's out of fear because I'm afraid of people thinking that I'm egotistical or annoying or self-serving, or I want conversations to be real with people. I don't want people to think that I'm just pimping myself out there. But that said, I think it is necessary, especially in this day and age, a lot of people working for themselves, it's necessary to promote yourself. And I probably could do it better, and I often don't do it, and I think it's out of fear. And I don't like fear dictating what I do. Another thing that I've been afraid of for a while was flying. That's not on the list because I do fly. I don't avoid it. I've gotten over that, I think, because I'm like, listen, I'm afraid of this. I'm just going to do it anyway, and gradually the fear kind of went away. I sometimes try to use fear as a indication that I should do something. If I'm afraid to do it, that means I should probably do it. This video right now, I'm kind of afraid to upload this video. Now, after I just did this video, we're getting to the end here, and now I know what it is. It feels like I'm worried people are going to think it's boring, me sitting around talking about my fears. They're going to think that I'm arrogant. I'm just sitting here talking about myself, or that I'm just using this as therapy or something. No, I think I'm making this because I think it's helpful information for people to learn to accept fears and don't let them dictate your life. That's the main reason I made this video. So I'm going to put this up. And I think that's all. Subscribe. Did I do it right this time? Now the camera's different, so now I'm confused. I think this is right. Yeah. This one doesn't flip my image like the other one. Subscribe up there. If you'd like to support what I do, there's Patreon. And that's the only links I think I'll put up. I'm going to link to Donald Koenig's Twitter down there. Thank you for the camera that I'm gonna use tomorrow. That is all. I hope you tolerated this pitiful camera that I use. No, it's a good camera. Sound is probably a little worse, and I apologize. But that's all. Thank you.